Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Bifffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes. Joining me tonight, I got the whole cast of cronies here. First off, we're going to start this a little differently because Rich isn't here tonight. So I think we'll just start with Swiftwater since he's filling in for Rich. Scott Swiftwater, Tony, what's happening tonight, Scott?
Doing good.
Oh, there you are. Doing good?
Pause.
It was an awkward
Well,
pause.
I had to turn my speaker off.
Oh,
I had it on.
Amateur move.
No,
yes.
we're actually doing pretty good here in Arizona right now. Man, we got a little push of water yesterday. Man, it wasn't enough, though. It was just a little bit. We got some rain through Arizona, and, I'm still doing the same thing and dredging the high parts, but I'll tell you what, Ben is, man, I think he has become a source guy.
Uh-huh.
He's found some stuff that, and if anybody follows him on Facebook, he tags me once in a while, he's got a jackhammer. He's got like a two-cycle jackhammer. He started going through some rock the other day and going through and found river rock, which is buried I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. And he thought the same thing. He's been digging this stuff for 2 days. And let me tell you what, it's really good with fine gold. And I don't know if it's a lode because I'm not a geologist, and which I should study more in that way. But the rock, the way it is, it's like 4 feet wide, and it's that red. It's really red. And I always want to bring it back. There's a smart guy, and Dennis knows who it is. It's Jeff Williams. That's a rock guy. He knows rocks, period. And I think it's what he calls limonite, but I'm not for sure. But man, it's really cool that, Ben, we can't blow it out with a hose, but he can do it with a jackhammer and pull it out, and jackhammer it up, smashed up a little bit, and it goes through the box. And there's fine gold in it. But if you smash up the rocks, there's nothing in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. It's like what's between it. But we've been having a phenomenal week just inspecting this place. It's like 12 feet, 13 feet long and stuff like that. And I kind of want to make a video on it, but you know what? I really, if I'm saying this is where the gold's at, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know rocks like that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I'm kind of waiting and just trying to figure out where the line's going at, and I can show somebody, what, this is something that we might have overlooked. A source, so to speak. Because out here, you kind of always look for the sources.
Right.
Hey, you need to do a video, Scott. Dude, I always enjoy your videos, man. Even you don't have to talk about the rock. Just shoot the video. Well, you guys doing that?
Yeah, but I mean, I want people to understand, kind of what I'm looking at and what we're actually we're doing. Because we're like, man, Dennis, I'll tell you, we're probably about 25 yards up out of the creek, and
wow.
Which is it's not the high mark yet. The high mark is the saguaros, and that's the high mark. You never go above that. You will never go. You don't want to damage a cactus. But this is about like maybe 7-8 feet below the high mark, and it's a phenomenal, crazy, just nuts. You can take a claw hammer and you could pick it out, but you can't blow it out with a pressure nozzle,
right?
Like we use. It won't go like it. You got to chip it out. So it's almost like hard rock mining, but you're on top,
right?
But it's got a lot of fine gold in it. It's just weird. I mean, we can crush up some stuff with a hammer, a little claw hammer or whatever, pull the stuff out, and Ben goes down, come back up. It's got 20, 30 fine flakes in it.
Right.
So it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of weirdly, it's really weird because we're not used to digging like that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, if the water dies down, we're going to have to do something. But like I said, the water picked up just a little bit. We had a little bit of rain. Tonight it's pretty clear.
Oh, that's good.
But we're supposed to be getting that stuff from down south again.
Mm-hmm.
That what is it? Not really a hurricane. What do they call it? The the storm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, we got something like we already had the first wave go through, which was this weekend, and which didn't do anything for us. Just like I said, raised the water by about an inch, which here is not much. But this next rain, I hope when this next rain comes in, I hope maybe Prescott and Crown King and that kind of area gets a lot of snow or rain, because the melt off will give us better water. And when we get better water, we can really see what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know what we're doing right now. We see the rocks and stuff like that. And it's pretty good. But I want to really like open it up. And like I said, Ben's using a jackhammer, and he's got some good gold today. I was really surprised. And I'm like, cool. You know what? Just keep doing your thing.
Just keep digging. Just keep digging.
It could be the source.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need to invest in a jackhammer, dude.
No, he's already got one.
But
it was fun.
If he's using it, you don't have one. I would have a second one there hammering away.
Well, it's kind of, I mean, you'd have to really, you don't know how deep it is. It could go 2 feet. It could go 2 feet, or it could be an actual really great source that could go 9, 12, 13 feet deep.
Right.
So to actual, to invest the money right now where we are and what we're doing, I mean, right now, and believe it or not, folks, I'm hanging on by tooth and nail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I'm finding gold, but I'm not finding gold like I used to. So, because the water is really limited, and it's too wet to dry wash. It's too wet. It's crazy. You're in a statue of limbo.
So what you're saying is you're still a chance.
There's a chance. You got that right, brother.
A slight chance.
And that's what they call the fever, because there is a chance. No, I mean it's there. Like I said, he's doing a good job, and he's doing some, digging that stuff up. And I'm watching. I told him, hey, we could tag team up and make a big dent and get this stuff out of here and this and that. But there's some of the parts I think that he's digging up that it goes through the wash plant. I think Ted did that last year, had a rock crusher. I think if you crushed a rock, like if you really put that stuff through the rock crusher, it'd make a big difference, but it's all wet. So if you're putting in the rock crusher, you're going to be, after a while, it's going to be muck and mud inside.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So,
True.
So you're not getting nothing outside.
Right.
But I think if it was really dry this year, it'd be cool to be chipping on that with a chisel and hammer. Just, sitting down there and listening to radio, ting, 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 just doing your thing. At the end of the day, run it, do your thing, get it 2 grams and a half, something like that of it. Be phenomenal. But, like I said, right now, the water's limited. It's limited.
I gotcha. Yeah, but at least you're here tonight, Scott. We want to thank you for filling in for Rich tonight, man. Just to be here to little support since Rich couldn't make it, and you're here filling in, and we want to thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Well, I never mind that.
Well, we appreciate it, man. We really do. So thank you for being here, Scott, okay?
You got it, brother.
All right, brother. Also joining us tonight, as always, we got our very own Miss Kathleen Bifffle. What's happening, Kathleen?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How's Kathleen feeling?
I've got another week wearing this boot.
One more week.
I'm so ready to get this thing off. It's just hard to move around. And I've been laying around a lot, so I think I put on some pounds, so I need to get back working out.
Running up and down the stairs.
Going prospecting,
Yeah. Yep, I'm sure you'll have to. You gotta get that leg built back up anyway, right? So.
I do, and I've been trying to walk a little bit without it just to see if I can, and I feel better. I feel a lot better, but it gets sore every now and then. So.
Oh, I bet. It's probably like instantly, right?
Yeah, depending on if the dog steps on my foot.
Oh yeah, that'd be brutal. Can't find a shoe.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit.
So do you put a shoe on it at all, or you just got like a sock on it and the boot?
It's just a sock in the boot.
A sock in the boot.
Yeah. So it was really, really rainy yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We had so much rain, and I had to run around in it because I had errands to do.
Right.
My feet were just wet. It was terrible.
Were they wet or were they moist?
They were really moist.
Nothing worse than moist feet.
I should have tied like a garbage bag around.
You should have. To prevent the moistness, the garbage bag comes
Are
in
you
handy.
sure it wasn't wet and moist?
I think. Maybe both.
It was pretty moist.
Interesting.
And it's got all this like Velcro. Can you hear it?
Oh God, yeah. Yep. Oh, Velcro boot. Jesus God. One more week.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get this thing off.
One more week. That's going to fly by. One more week.
It is. This week is gonna.
Yeah, you're done.
Well, a week and a half. Next week is the appointment.
See? All good.
And Shad's probably sick and tired of being my Uber.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't even get paid.
Oh, jeez. That's not really much of a very good Uber job, Shad, if you don't even get paid, you know?
I know, it's a rip-off.
You know what? I'm telling you, that's just...
I'm doing well, and it's Christmas time. There's lots to do.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Today, you can't complain about a day like today.
Nope.
It was
Beautiful day.
But it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be outside, and it was killing me.
Oh, I bet. It was. I felt the same way. It was rough. It's like, oh, really? In bed.
Wait, you're sick right now. You
so,
flu.
Right. So I was in bed sick, looking out the window at the sunshine, and it's like,
yeah,
oh my God, I should be out there washing my car. It's like, nope, not gonna do it. Car looks crappy. It's like, sucks. It was such a good day for it, and it's supposed to.
You needed some essential oils in your life.
Oh my God, I needed something. It's like, this is ridiculous to feel like this.
Hope you feel better.
I hope so too. It's got to get through work, you know. So, yeah. So I'm not 100% tonight. So bear with me, you guys.
Oh, no problem.
I appreciate it.
I'll be gabbing anyway.
Perfect.
I've got the closer look tonight.
Awesome. What are you doing a closer look on? What's the subject?
We are doing gold scammers of yesterday and today.
Oh, that'll be cool. That will be.
Through some stories.
I like it. I remember you did that one time, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I did a fun fact, I think, and this one's a little bit more in depth, I think, than the other one.
Oh, nice! I can't wait. That's going to be perfect. More in depth, so like an in depth,
closer look.
It's an in depth closer look. It's closer look, actually. Closest look. Awesome.
There was just a lot of material, and I worked on it today, actually. Pretty much all day.
Oh, wow. Well, you were, like you said, you were trapped indoors, so.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I might as well make myself useful. I could either, sweep the floor and try to mop it, even though the dogs are muddy all the time, or just choose to ignore it and work on this, and that's what I did.
Aw, see? Perfect.
Oh, and I watched some sappy Christmas movies on Netflix.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What one did you watch?
Well, the one where the prince, she meets a prince, and last year they met, and this year they got married. So that was really, really sappy.
Sappy Christmas movies. It's that
Shad watched it with me.
Did you enjoy it, Shad?
I point out all the plot holes and get yelled at for it.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
You don't do that, do you?
Oh, on those types of movies, yeah.
You're that guy.
Because she makes me watch them, yeah.
So you figure if I'm going to sit here and watch it, I'm going to punish her.
Wait. He could have left the couch.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I had to, well, I'll tell
But he
about
sat
it.
there and watched it with me because he really wanted to watch it.
He really likes them movies. He just won't admit it. We know. We know Shad.
I've been watching some really sappy ones, too.
The sappier, the better, right?
Well, I've been watching some of the most horrible movies in the world.
Oh,
I'm running out of things to watch on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix isn't really all that sometimes, is it?
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of the things I was searching for,
Right.
and you can only watch so much of the series back to back. So I just wanted something different.
Something different. So sappy Christmas movies it is, right?
Yeah.
There you go. I like it. Well, at least we got a lot of good things. You got the boot coming off in a week. You had today a sunshine day in December, which was pretty darn nice, and you're here, and we appreciate it, Kathleen, as always.
Great to be here.
So what's the oil of the day today?
Well, tonight I'm just wearing a little sandalwood, but that's just for my benefit.
Okay.
It helps get rid of a little bit of anxiety and helps you stay calm.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It actually, releases melatonin, so I'll be sleeping well tonight.
Oh, I bet. Well,
I didn't sleep so well last night because I didn't have any oils on me last night.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, what was you thinking?
I know.
Gotta have your oils.
Do you have, Kathleen, do you have one? Because ever since I've been doing a lot of shoveling in my high banker, my left elbow is absolutely killing me.
Well, you got like tendonitis?
Something like that. I had it on my right. I had tennis elbow, and I had to have it operated on. Now my left one is hurting just as bad as my right one did.
Oh, yeah. There's an oil for that.
Hey, Dennis, that's what they call rock shock.
Yeah. They got an oil for
No,
rock
yeah,
shock.
because it's you're using a shovel and you keep like jamming it down, it goes bang, it hits a rock and it stops. You keep hitting something over and over and your arm I had it like 2 years ago. We call it rock shock.
Okay. Rock shock it is,
So,
Dennis.
Yeah, I mean you could call it tennis elbow, but like when you do the same thing, but it stops.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts your joints because you're jamming down with a force, and then all of a sudden stops.
Right.
Well, Kathleen's got an oil for it.
I do. There's actually a couple, and I'll have Shad send you my link. But the two that I was for you, if it's like a deep tissue pain, it's a blend that has some black spruce, some black pepper, hyssop, and peppermint, and it's good for like the deep tissue pain and muscle.
Yeah.
But if it's just general pain, then the Panaway, and that's more like pepperminty and wintergreen kind of smell.
Oh, it's pretty deep, I think.
Yeah, then you're gonna want what it. I'll send you the name of it too.
Nice.
I'll have to look up though, but
is
that's
it moist?
Is
it moist?
It is. It's oily. Ooh. But if you want your oils to go further, you have to use a carrier oil, especially these, because if you have some skin sensitivities, it could bother your skin.
Oh.
Because they're really, really intense therapeutic grade oils. So you don't need that much of it. So what you do is you get the carrier oil, like an olive oil, or if you have coconut oil, that works too. But olive oil, and you just put a couple drops in that, and
there you go.
Spread it all around.
That's
I'm gonna
nice.
get that ordered right.
In your oils, Kathleen, can you tell me why cats keep running away from me?
Cats
keep
running away from you?
Yeah, is there something I could do with that?
To make them come to you, or run farther?
You want cats to come to you?
Shave your mustache.
Or run further.
I personally try to repel cats, but if you want them to come to you, there are certain oils that cats are very sensitive to. So I don't think. Are you using essential oils?
No, I'm not. But I know there's people out there that like cats that would love to know.
Oh.
I'll have to look into that one and get back with you.
Like Scott.
All right.
I gotta do some research.
Here, kitty. Just do that, Scott.
You know, it's funny. They always look at you like weird.
I know,
like
you're
I'm not here.
Yeah, you carry around catnip in your pocket.
Yeah. You happy to see
So
me?
you're telling me to carry around cat drugs in my pocket?
Yeah, carry catnip in your bandana.
Here, kitty.
Have you ever seen a cat around catnip? They go crazy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what is going on?
It's good stuff.
We used to do that a
Oh,
lot.
they like rub it in their eye and
they're
everything.
psycho
I'm like,
with
you
it.
guys are off the hook.
It's funny though. I used to do it with mine too, and they loved it. And it was like, that was great. Just put it on the floor and watch them go. It's good.
I know.
times.
I seen. I had a friend of mine that did it one time. That's the only time I ever seen it. And the cats went like, I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
They went.
Well,
bonkers.
there you go. Lou Smith said his cat likes peppermint, and the cat actually goes into the purse to steal your gum if it's peppermint.
Oh wow,
So peppermint oil.
that's cool.
Oh, no doubt.
Peppermint oil actually helps your nausea too and your headaches.
Oh, right, true. It does, and
It has a lot of uses.
So cool.
and it keeps
You know
mice
what? That
away.
makes a lot of sense because the dogs. We actually had dogs that used to go out in like the peppermint patches in the woods.
Uh-huh.
They would roll on the outside. They would do the same thing.
See?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Cool.
Kind of pretty
All
cool.
it is a bunch of plants.
That's it. So remember, if anybody wants to purchase some of these oils, Kathleen has the website.
Shad will put it in the
Oh my
chat
God!
room.
not
And
again.
Shad will put that in the chat room. And also, if you have something that's ailing you, just ask her, and she'll recommend it, and set you up with that.
Well, after the
Oil
show, I'm going
plan.
to get that stuff for pain. So
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You got
I'll
to do
send
it.
Well, she's getting pretty good at it. I've got to say it. She's getting pretty good at getting the oils right.
Yeah, she's the oil.
Oh, I constantly study it.
Kathleen's the oil girl.
Every day I'm reading.
Every day. She's learning more and more new concoctions. That's
Well, once I get this boot off, I won't be reading as much. So
Das Boot.
Das Boot.
the boot.
Das Boot. That's true. So,
I think Shad was talking, and I just kind of butt in.
did you?
No, it wasn't. You've been rambling on for like. 10
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
Well,
Sorry.
it was your time,
Oh my
Kathleen.
oils!
Kathleen,
oh
it was your
food.
time. So you get to ramble when it's your time. It's all good. We were still on you. We hadn't switched gears to Shad yet, so it's all good.
Copy. Go ahead.
Copy, right? Exactly.
Throw it to him.
Well,
Throw it right to him.
Who is he talking to? Are you talking to us, Scott?
He must have been eating
Yeah.
that catnip.
I think he was eating.
No, I was saying. I was saying throw it to Shad.
Oh wait, we're getting to Shad as soon as I say bye to Kathleen. Well, Kathleen, thank you for being here. We look forward to your closer look and all your essential oils every week, twice a week here on Prospector Radio. And Kathleen brings us up to speed on what oil she's using that day. So very cool, Kathleen.
And Tim, just to let you know, I wasn't cutting nobody off short.
Oh,
I
no,
thought
it wasn't.
That's what you were talking
Oh,
about.
no,
you
it
were going to
wasn't
go to
you.
Shad. I was like, oh, okay.
No, it wasn't you. Shad was saying that. I'm lost. No, it doesn't
Hey,
matter.
Swifty, don't make us bench you again
That's right.
for Sundays.
It's all good.
All right. For all the listeners out there right now, I just thought that was Tim's way of saying Scott quit talking.
Oh, no, it was all good. I'll just say Scott quit talking. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's just going to be Scott quit talking. And you'd be like, okay, see, we got this, Scott. It's all good, brother. You know it. We just got this. Just get your catnip out and find a cat until we get back to you.
Hang on, I'll snore.
All right. Also joining us tonight, as always, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Mr. Shad Bifffle here. What's happening tonight, Shad?
Well, just putting up with Kathleen mostly.
Uh-huh. And?
Uh-huh.
And?
Yeah, well, we've gotten a ton of rain.
Right.
It was ridiculous yesterday, even.
Right.
I never thought it would let up. And, well, our dogs like to make a mess out there and created giant mud puddles.
Of course.
So I went to the store today, got a bunch of bags of mulch, and spread that out to avoid mud puddles in the future through winter, because our house has muddy paw prints everywhere.
Oh, I'd have to have, yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that was one thing, and then working on a video.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Okay.
And then.
And Dan.
I don't really know what else.
Really?
Dreading going back to work tomorrow. I mean, just not feeling it.
No,
Not feeling
I'm
it.
not either.
I know. It sucks, don't it?
Oh, I had to move some Christmas decorations outside around at the request of Kathleen. It wasn't to her specification.
Oh, what'd you have to move?
The reindeer. So now there's a big...
He had them like all shoved in a little corner,
Oh.
and you drove by, and I didn't notice it till I came home from work one night, and I looked, and I'm like, "We can't see our reindeer."
Well, what happened was, like, the stakes that come with them suck. They're really short and small, and they don't stay in the ground good. So it was one of the cold, windy days, and what happened was there's 3 small ones, and they're just like the frames with the little lights, nothing fancy, but the wind blew them. And it took I don't even know how it happened, but the 2 reindeers on the end fell into the middle one. So it looked like they were leaning. And I told her, I said, they're just cold.
Right. They were just huddled up together.
Up for warmth.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do. So you rearranged them and got them all spread out now?
Where she wanted them in the yard, how she wanted them in the yard.
I wanted them in the middle.
In the middle.
It is done.
Okay. Well, that's good.
It's fine.
And it looks good, Kathleen?
Yes.
Okay.
She signed off on it.
She did sign off on it? Well, that's all. Then you're good. You're in good shape. You should be fine. No, you're not adding no more decorations to the yard?
No.
No? No more? I mean, you got like 23 more days till Christmas. I mean, you could always add some more.
It's done.
So what you're saying is you got those reindeers and they came with Swiftwater sticks.
Mm-hmm. 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 Was that short sticks?
Yeah.
Did Scott drop his phone in his glass of tea again?
Oh, yeah. It is tea. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's gotten quiet.
He did. He had to have. Something's happened. Scott can't be quiet. Scott, are you there? See, told you.
Wow.
Something.
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
I thought you dropped your phone again in a cup of tea.
Oh my God! Will you quit? You know what? You know what's really funny is because the next morning, you guys, I had things on my Facebook like the battery went out or something like. I'm like, what is all this stuff?
What is this sorcery?
Yeah, I'm like, no, the battery didn't go out. I dropped it in a glass of tea.
That's amazing. What did you do
But
this
luckily,
week? Did you do anything?
Huh?
Did you do anything that we should? Well, we'll get to that later. It's good. But I just wanted to make sure you was here while I was talking to Shad.
no, I'm still here.
We were just teasing you, so
just picking at
it's
you.
not fun if you're not listening.
Right, you got to be listening for it to take full effect. Thank you, Scott. Just
Hey, you gotta listen to the archives.
So there's a bunch of jokers on here tonight.
there might be one or two.
Pretty much every time we do the show, we are.
You know what? The loudest one I heard was Dennis.
See, it's all good. Thank you, Scott. Just stick around. Don't go far. We'll be calling on you.
No, I'm not. I'm not going nowhere.
Okay,
guys.
please don't. No, stick around.
I got to get online, and I'm trying to, but yeah,
Gotcha.
my stuff ain't that great where I'm at.
Find another squirrel to throw in that hamster wheel. Get it spinning faster. Maybe a cat. Throw some catnip on it, and you'll get it spinning faster.
Catnip on it. Just rub its head.
That's right, and get that hamster wheel spinning faster for that Wi-Fi. It's all good.
Yeah, Wi-Fi. I thought that was Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi? Is it Wi-Fi? It could be. It might be
It might have.
Wi-Fi.
It might as well be where I'm at.
It might as well be. So, Shad, what else, brother's happening? Anything you want to report on or you got on your mind?
The mind of Shad.
Yes, what is in
No,
the mind of
I'm
Shad?
kind of like zoned in on Christmas stuff, on, budget and the getting stuff for all freaking 5 kids.
He makes this really fancy spreadsheet.
And then all the other people in the family, and it's like, oh my God.
Oh,
and
geez.
then you try to figure out, what do you want? And then they ask you, what do you want, Shad? I go, I don't know, a bullet. And then,
right.
so it just kind of goes around in circles.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
geez.
the days are ticking by,
Yes.
and I just want to be done with it sooner than later.
I know.
So I don't have to worry about it.
I agree.
I have a funny little story.
What's that?
I'll share with you real quick.
All
Sorry,
right.
Shad.
Yeah, go for it. Let's hear it.
Well, he was talking about the Christmas and the family, and they've grown so much that we have to draw names, right?
Right.
So everybody in the family will draw one name, and that's who you buy for.
Right.
So Riley, our daughter, who has a job now, and she works, wanted to know who she drew because she wasn't here when we were drawing names, and I told her, and she goes, "You mean I have to buy the present?"
Don't you do that, Mom?
Well, that's the whole point.
Yes, it is. That's the whole point. It's like, well, can't
Well,
you just do it?
that's how Riley is. She doesn't want to spend her money on nothing, not even herself.
No.
Oh,
She
jeez.
wants us to give her money, and I don't know what she's yeah. She's very
Frugal
with her own money, but yet she'll get Starbucks every morning and every afternoon. So I'm like, okay, well then that's probably why you want money, because you have none.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think they're hurting that bad.
Hey, I gave up my Starbucks habit.
Uh-huh.
I'm saving a lot of money.
You do, because that stuff's like, what, $8 a cup?
You know what's really cool about Starbucks? They sell you a cup and it's got coffee in it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's an expensive cup, for sure. Right? I don't
Well,
know.
it's pretty fancy,
It must be.
They have that Christmas thing going on.
Oh, yeah. Their Christmas spice. I'm sure that's going on right now. My. This, I wonder if they got the catnip blend out yet, Scott.
They might.
I don't know. That may make the catnip really moist.
It might, and yeah, it would definitely be
What they call that, the real meow?
Yeah. Me, wow. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Shad, I know you got your precious metal prices and birthdays.
You better believe it.
Awesome.
And let me tell you, last week I was paying attention on Thursday and actually Friday throughout the day because there was some interesting stuff happening. Now, granted, gold only ended up going down $1, closing at $1,223. It was kind of going up and down all day Friday. Silver, though, that fell 13 cents, but it's at $14.14. So it went up for the week.
Right.
The big mover, though, was platinum falling $23 to $798.
Wow.
Now, palladium, this one was interesting on Friday. It ended up closing at $1,163, down $12. At one point, for about 2.5 hours, it was at $1,215.
Oh.
So it was trading for a moment up almost at the price of gold.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I guess there's a shortage on it right now, on that mineral.
I was gonna say this. Anybody right now, and like Kathleen says, we do not tell you how to do anything with your money and invest. But have you guys seen any fluctuations in metals here or there, or different things that somebody's building or things are coming back? Has anybody seen anything? Because I haven't caught anything.
Oh.
Not really. I think the stuff from what I was seeing in rhodium, and I may misspeak here, I'm trying to remember, or palladium, excuse me. It's actually used in like medical type equipment components.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know. There's like a surge, but a lot of it is actually because palladium is hard to mine. It's only found in a mining quantity to make it worth getting in just a few places where they have huge operations, and it's actually not the target mineral that they're mining, but they get enough they can process it. So it's I think they're just running short right now in production for it, and that was kind of driving the price up. But I mean, it's still at $11.63. That's really high.
Yeah, actually.
But speaking of rhodium,
almost up there with the gold.
Yeah, rhodium went up $10 more. It's at
$10?
$2,600.
Dang.
$2,600.
Dang.
Wow.
Now that's crazy.
That rhodium is it's just off the hook. That's something else. Dang.
But does anybody know what rhodium even looks like?
No, I don't.
I mean,
I Googled it. I've never seen it in the flesh.
Rhodium.
I'm like you, Shad. I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen somebody say,
pretty
"Okay,
cool
this is
looking."
rhodium."
I mean, and it is used in jewelry as a plating.
Right. Right.
But it's used in a lot more other stuff. But it's pretty cool looking.
Mm-hmm. No, that's cool. Well, good.
I'm curious to know more fun facts about rhodium.
You have to dig into that one night, and see what you can find out about it. Just more on rhodium.
Don't they mix that with gold jewelry?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
When it's white gold, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they played it over with.
Rhodium.
I know, but can you imagine if you've been sitting here all this time going, "What's this?" Throwing it out. "What's this?" And nothing. Throwing it out. Throwing it out. Throwing it out. And it's like,
Oh, I don't know. If I saw that rock, I'd keep it. It looks pretty.
This rock
It's pretty cool.
If you found it, depending on like if it got smoothed over, like in a creek or something, it would look like platinum or something.
Really?
Now,
I know, but you guys remember back that at the time. Oh my God, that was like way back. I think it was first on the show when I told you guys about the meteorites. Like we were throwing them away, and we didn't know what they are. I'm like, who would be welding out here? They're not welding sites. It's pieces of meteorite.
Right.
And I was like, really?
See?
But yeah, you never know. And like I said, I'll tell you what, it'd be cool if somebody out there knows. Man, post a picture of that mineral. I'd like to see it. What it looks like.
Well, if you have a 3-way catalytic converter, rhodium's in there. It's one of the catalysts in it.
Really?
It's because the metal is inert against corrosion and most aggressive chemicals.
Dude, is that why they used to steal those things?
Yeah.
Yeah, they still do.
They still do, yeah. Yep.
Holy moly.
Because of the rhodium?
And platinum, too, is in them, so yeah.
Yeah.
Good metals they want. That's why they steal them. They still do. Crazy.
Oh, no, like, what is it, 4 years back, 4.5? We had a car lot that had like 27 catalytic converters cut off of them by the hacksaw or something like that.
Cordless saw.
It was like what?
It's crazy. My dad went to a store once, went to a grocery store, went in, came back out, and his catalytic converter was gone. In broad day.
Oh, yeah, I caught 2 guys once in a parking lot doing it.
Jeez.
And literally, they had like a Sawzall battery power that just rolled right under a higher vehicle.
Sure.
And then zip.
Yep.
And they tried to go, yeah.
I'll be darned. See, that's crazy.
You know what? Who would buy that knowing?
Oh, they take it straight to
I know.
scrapyard.
I know.
And yeah.
You know what? Being a guy that would actually run if you don't want to get arrested, I would have to say, no. I don't know where you got that. It's like a pawn shop. You come in, you got your clothes are like, your shoes about half falling off of you, and you're like, hey, you want to buy this radio? We don't buy radios for 10 years, right? And they're still trying to sell it to you. It's weird.
A lot of them will take the catalytic converters, Scott, and you can actually clean the inside of it out and put it in a bucket, and then they just sell it by the pound.
Really?
You don't even have to turn in the converter. They'll take like rods and skip all that stuff out and put them in buckets.
Wow.
Well, look what you can learn here today.
That's right. See?
No, I'm just, you know what, though?
Do they put OxyClean in the bucket?
Maybe.
It's kind of actually funny because you actually learn of the metals that we actually use a lot of that we never think about.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's to me, that's pretty cool. That's a scientific, pretty cool thing. I think.
That's cool. That's pretty cool, Scott.
Well, moving on to birthdays.
All right. Is Dennis singing tonight?
Dennis going to sing.
Yes, I am ready.
You are ready?
Thank God.
You ready then, Danny? Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, take it away, Dan.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Very nice. Very nice, Dennis. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Well, it is December 2nd. So happy birthday goes to Carolberg, David Shackleton, Dennis Compton, Derek Giorgino, DS, James Marvin Bateman, Larry Broman, Ralph Monahan, Richard C. Morrell, Rick, Will Hoppy, William Scott Tiffy. And then tomorrow we have Bob Fitz, Deadeye, Eric, James Michael Rogers, Jim W., Larry Gunnells, Rod Grant, and I can see the last name of Ronald E. Crop Jr. If there's anyone else, sorry, Tim still can't extend it further.
That's the max.
Well, I want to give a special shout out to Chris, and I hope I say this right, Ackerman, down in Tucson.
Oh.
He is going to be a member here pretty soon. Trust me.
Oh, cool. And I'd like to say happy birthday to my sister. Today's her birthday. So happy birthday, sis.
Little Timmy's sister.
That's
happy
right.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And she got Dennis to sing for her.
That's right. You got the official Dennis Dayton birthday song. Very cool.
Oh, one other thing.
Oh,
Tim.
yeah.
Yeah, Shad.
Real quick. If anybody didn't notice, on Gold Prospector Space, Kelly Levitt posted the nugget he won for being a premium patron.
Yeah, I did. That was a beauty.
Very nice looking nugget.
Cool.
Yes, thanks again to Gary Bass from Tommy
Knocker.
Tommy Knocker's Pay Dirt for sponsoring that. Pretty cool.
Yes.
That was a beauty. Sure was. Man, liked it. Liked that a lot. Shad, thank you, brother, for being here as always. I know we'll be hearing more from you throughout the night, so thank you. All right, last but not least, our good buddy, the Indiana Gold Hunter himself, Mr. Dennis Dayton. What's happening, Denny?
No, we got a lot.
A lot.
First off, my favorite show of all time is back on TV.
What's that? Oak Island?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no.
And they're finding gold and coins.
What?
They're finding the treasures. If you haven't been watching, they're pulling it up. They're finding gold. They're getting coins. They're hitting it big time.
From what hole? What pit?
Man, I could put that in the dirt myself.
Yeah, they had all season 2.
They salted it.
I can't remember.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember what spot on the island, but
Okay.
they're hitting it pretty good.
Nice. Now what night is it on?
Tuesday nights,
Tuesday nights at what? 8, 9?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Very cool. Curse of Oak Island is back. Dennis's favorite show. Pretty neat.
Now, wouldn't it be funny if it was just like fancy camera and editing? They're really in like a studio, in a green screen.
Uh-huh.
And then they just overlaid it with aerial shots.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying. That's all. Just saying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad your show is back on, Den. It makes you happy.
Oh, I am too.
You
I
like
am
it.
too. But
I
finally hit a milestone.
What's that?
I hit 4,000 subscribers today.
Nice. Very
Congratulations,
cool.
man.
Congrats, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I hit it on my YouTube, and it was Dustin called me up a couple of days ago and said, hey, he said, it's supposed to rain Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Said, hopefully we get a lot of rain. He said, we get a lot of rain. He said, you want to take the dredge out to the pit? And I was like, heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it started raining about 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning.
Right.
And it rained hard all day long. And I mean hard. And it didn't end until last night. And sure enough, in the 60s today, I got up this morning, I loaded the dredge up. We went out there, and man, did we get some good gold.
Nice.
Oh, my gosh.
Nice. Way to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
We hit it good today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you hit it good.
I got the video uploaded. You ought to check it out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Man,
yeah, we
the
will.
clean out was amazing.
So was it wet today, or was it just moist?
It was just moist.
It was just a moist day at the pit?
Yeah, it was. Well, I mean, it was wet, down in the pit, but
It
you know, when
usually
you got
is.
out, you felt it was all moist.
It's usually wet down in the pit, but I know you said you hit it hard, so I was just wondering if it was moist or if it was wet. Just curious.
But what was really amazing is I took, because I run it with the Dream Mat,
right,
the Dredge Dream Mat, the new Dredge Dream Mat,
right,
and when I when I cleaned it out in one of those black tubs like everybody has, you know, Shad, Kathleen, you guys have, you know, that black tub you can pick up at Lowe's for like $5.
Yeah.
And I went to dump it in the Garrett Super Sluice. That black tub, it was all over the bottom of that. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
And I was just telling Dustin, would you look at that? Just look at it.
Just look at that.
I mean, I couldn't believe it, man. And so, but I let, it was the first time Dustin actually ever got on the dredge. And I let him go first.
Okay.
And, oh yeah, he got on the nozzle and he ran. And, you know, as we're recirculating the water, of course, it gets, you know, gets a little muddy and it's hard to tell how much sand you're getting. He was overloaded. I imagine we threw a lot of gold out.
Right.
But, you know, it's all right there. We're going to rerun it anyway.
Uh-huh.
But I got the mat cleaned out for him, and he started panning, so I fired it up. I got out. All of a sudden, I hear this noise over my dredge, and he's just one pan of, you know, his tub full, and he's over there doing a gold dance. He's singing and hooting and hollering and jumping around.
Wow.
And I look at him like, what? What? I mean, it was just so cool because I remember, you know, and I still get that excited when I find that much gold. But
oh, sure.
I mean, he really, it was really cool to see, and I wish I would have got that on video.
Oh yeah, he was doing the happy dance, right?
Oh, singing and dancing.
Nice.
Yeah, he was.
That is awesome. So you got out and had a good day, man. That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Had an awesome day today.
Beautiful day for you to be out in the water, and you actually got some nice gold. See?
Oh, yeah, I got some real nice gold. Here it is, December, and got the dredge in the water.
Nice, very cool. So you think you'll get to go anymore, or you going to try?
Oh, I'm definitely. I've already told them. If
how much longer you got? Yeah, how much longer you got to do that though?
Right.
Well, I tell you what, I do have. I've got a big canopy, a big brown canopy with tarps and heaters. So if I have to, I will put that canopy up and I'll tarp the sides of it, and I'll fire up the generator and run my heaters. We're gonna, it's.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right, dude. That would be a video. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you have to do that for sure. That'd be cool.
Oh, we will be. That just pit is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm telling you, it's friggin' great. I'm happy.
I mean, I keep wanting to come to Ohio, but it's hard for me to leave when I'm only a 30-minute drive away.
Right.
And the gold is so good there, you know.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I mean, none of us would blame you. That's for sure. You gotta, excuse me, stay where the gold is. I mean, stay on it. You're on it. Stay on it. Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely, nothing wrong.
I'll be glad though when spring gets here, then we'll be able to camp out for the weekend and spend the whole weekend there.
Right.
You know, instead of.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'm coming next year, guys. I'm coming next year.
You better.
Somewhere,
Swifty.
some way,
yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah, you better. You better.
I'll be there. You wait.
Well, I figure I can always open up a big box of catnip and probably get you here quicker.
Right.
No, I'm just thinking maybe, you know, it'd be a cool, like, I really wanted to come to your guys' outing this year, and I was like, oh, man, I just can't do it because I got Christmas, and, you know, I have a grandmother. She's elderly, so I'm trying to see her before things go on, and, you know, life is life. But,
right, yeah.
Definitely. And I just don't get a chance, like the Amra dinner this year. I really wanted to be there, and I had plans actually to be there and had things saved back. But since I come out gold digging and, you know, things take a curve to the worst, so to speak,
right.
I'm digging on the outside bin. There's no gold there. But we're doing what we can do, and yeah, I could totally understand that.
Yeah, you better get down here this year. That's all we can say. You know, best make it happen. Well, Dennis, I'm happy, brother. I really am happy for you. That is a good.
So how you doing, Timmy? I know you've been sick.
I'm sick.
Anything going on?
Oh, a lot going on. You know, heck, let's just cut to the chase here. I want to let everybody know. I know some people know, some people don't, but I just want everybody to know that me and Christy are getting divorced So you won't be seeing her at any of these events no more, stuff like that. So, it's time everybody knew what was going on, that it's done. So, just so everybody knows, okay? Because, we get messages, I get messages, she gets messages, and it just needs to stop. So, plain and simple. Done. So, on that note, I'm doing okay, Dennis. I'm doing good.
Good.
Like I said, other than being sick today and last night, which sucks, it's like, man, it's rough. You feel this flu bug is ridiculous.
You got this, Tim.
Oh, God, yeah. I
Just
get
put some oils on it.
I am going to just
chug some Theraflu, change your socks.
Freaking
you're good to go.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm telling you, that's what happens. It's like, it's all good. I feel good other than being sick. Happy, everything is good, man. I'm telling you. So, and I'm just glad we're all here tonight. I'm glad all of our listeners are here as always, and just we're gonna have a great show. I can't wait to hear Kathleen's closer look. And so what we'll do right now, let's just take a quick commercial. Dennis, thank you for being here, brother, as always. So
thank you.
Let's just do a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with Kathleen's closer look. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Just stopped by on my way home to show you all my gold.
You've been digging into some Jimbo's gold pay dirt.
Yeah, Jimbo's gold made me a hero.
Huh?
Got an amazing idea and supplies on sale from Jimbo's website. With bad weather, bored kids, and stressed wife, I threw a panning party for the kids and their friends. All the moms got a break, kids had a blast. Hero.
Happy kids, happy wife, great gold. That's why Jimbo's Gold is always my first choice.
Did you teach panning or share your prospecting knowledge? Then you are our hero. Tell us your story for a chance to receive a hero's reward at www.jimbosgold.com/hero.
All right, everybody, we're back. And since we don't have no intro for Kathleen's closer look, Kathleen, take it away.
No intro.
No intro.
That's okay. All right, so I decided...
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait. I got this. And for a closer look, it's Kathleen Bifffle.
Thank you, Scott.
Go ahead, Kathleen.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Thank you, lounge singer.
Thank you, lounge singer.
Don Pardo. Yeah.
All right, so I'm doing a closer look tonight, December 2nd, 2018. Can you believe it's December?
No.
So you can say gold makes monsters out of men, and we've covered that subject before, but we've always known that gold makes us do strange things. Mm-hmm. Even today, that old adage still rings true among our prospecting community sometimes. So many movies, books, and dramas have that underlying element. Well, tonight we will explore some of the crazy things that have happened due to that underlying tone of gold fever and, unfortunately, sometimes greed. We all know that the gold rush era was marked by lawlessness, duels, murders in broad daylight, people getting hanged, jail breakouts, con artists, and vigilantism. I don't know. Vigilantism. Oh,
that
there you
sounds
go.
good.
Okay. Anyway, these were common, everyday occurrences. And during the gold rush, boom towns or mining towns in California started appearing towards the 1850s. Vigilantes started taking justice into their own hands because, well, these towns didn't have any type of established forms of an honest and consistent lawmen. Those out there who have mined for gold on a day-to-day basis, like Scott, know just how hard it is for a placer miner to earn a living sometimes. And we even have modern equipment that helps make it somewhat bearable. Mm-hmm. But during the gold rush's peak, it was even more difficult because you were also competing against so many others trying to do the same thing. This is probably why so many 49ers chose to make their fortunes by being shady and deceitful sometimes. Yeah. And we're going to start with a story. Mr. Fletcher.
Mr. Fletcher.
He had a contraption that he made called the gold-o-meter. And this was back in 1857. This contraption consisted...
So what?
It's called the gold-o-meter. So this contraption consisted of a rod that was about 3 feet long, and it had a ball at the end, and there was some twine tied around it, I think. Anyway, Fletcher claimed that his contraption would locate veins of gold, but it just wouldn't work in just anyone's hands because it depends upon the peculiar electrical condition of his system. I guess kind of like our dowsing rods, right? Well, Fletcher claimed that when there were 2 or more deposits in the area, the gold-o-meter would gyrate wildly in semicircles.
Really?
Gyrate.
Yes,
Gyrate.
That's what it would do.
Gyrate. Mm-hmm.
So, after selling shares of his new invention, Fletcher carried his invention to the goldfields and turned it on. And this was actually taken from actual accounts of some of the miners that shared it. But after a few minutes, the contraption began to make some noises. So he indicated that there was a gold vein located right in that spot, and that is where the miners began to dig. Mm-hmm. Day after day, they dug until they were 30 feet deep and still no gold. He kept saying, well, you just need to go a little deeper, just 10 more feet. All the while, he kept saying this, and he's selling shares. Wow. So while the miners kept digging, Fletcher left town. They got to like 40 feet and never found that gold vein he indicated was there. But Fletcher did collect monthly royalties from unsuspecting miners for slightly over a year, wow. Mainly around Sonora, Murphys, and Carson Creek, California, before people caught on to his scam.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yes.
Good.
Now, they could have been just a foot or 2 off one direction.
Maybe.
You know?
Right, maybe.
They might have went at an angle.
It's possible. That is possible.
Oh, gosh. Another big scam prevalent during the California Gold Rush era was claim salting, and we talked a little bit about this with the Oak Island joke we did, but I don't think they're doing it, but this is what they used to do back in the Gold Rush days. This is actually a really old practice, and unfortunately it's still used today. People are bamboozled into thinking they're buying a lucrative gold mine when actually they're not. The only gold associated with such claims is just basically planted as a ruse. Mm-hmm. So often what the seller would do, he would load a shotgun with small nuggets, then he would fire the nuggets into the ground, making it appear as though the claim was loaded with gold. Mm-hmm. So, from San Andreas, here comes a story that I'm going to share. It's about a man who, in 1855, salted his valueless claim and he did it with the shotgun method.
Right.
He soon sold it to another miner who realized that it was a mistake to buy that. Quick to react, the new owner resalted the claim with yet another shotgun. Mm-hmm. And then he started a rumor in the town and that he just struck a rich pocket.
Right.
And then he soon sold the claim back to his original owner.
Nice move.
For profit.
Perfect.
So that was
You got to be good.
Interesting story.
That is a good.
Wow.
Another story involved a man named Charles Lane. In 1875 in Angels Camp. A man named James Fair used the shotgun method that we just spoke of to salt the ground in an abandoned gravel pit. Well, no sooner than this happened that a green horde named Charles Lane paid a tidy sum and basically just ignored the talk of the other miners that said, hey, that's a waste of time. But anyway, he bought it. For several years, he worked this mine, and he had, very little reward. Whenever he felt like giving up, though, he would remember what a San Francisco fortune teller told him repeatedly. She kept telling him that this mine would make him a rich man. And the palm reader actually was right. Lane eventually tunneled several thousand feet below the Earth's surface, where he hit one of the richest ore bodies in the Mother Lode. Wow. This mine became known as the Utica Mine. Under Lane's management, the Utica became one of the nation's 2 most successful mining operations until it finally shut down in 1918.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
It's on the bamboozler. But anyway,
wow.
At its peak, this mine employed more than 500 miners. They would run shifts 24/7. They even had armed guards there to watch over their treasure pile.
Wow.
And by the 1900s, the Utica set a national record of $4 million in net revenues over 30 months.
Wow.
So, in the end, the scammer was the one that got bamboozled.
That's always nice. That's, yeah, we like to hear.
Yes.
The scammer got bamboozled.
The Lane story that I just shared with you in this next one can serve as lessons to shysters who just want to get a quick buck. Mm-hmm. Diabolical story involved a man named Owen Bradley of Tulum County, California.
Okay.
He actually owned a bleak and barren stretch of the Nevada desert, and this is in the remotest section of Esmeralda County.
Okay.
Prospecting out there was impossible due to the absence of water, but nevertheless, Bradley sank a shaft 15 feet deep. He salted it, though, with the Tulum, California gold, and named his imaginary glory hole after his mule, the Great La Planta.
Okay.
To perfect his plan, he blew fine gold dust in every pore of the rock. Then he cleaned out the bottom of the shaft and covered it with more gold particles and material, and he filled the depression with about a ton of enriched sand and gravel.
Right.
Then what he did, he took a sample of the salted ground that he had created. Mm-hmm. He put it in a red bandana.
Hey!
And he started off to town. He went to the town of Hawthorne. When he arrived there, he proceeded to get drunk. Mm-hmm. So he staggered up and down Main Street. He just basically created a scene that drew large crowds of people.
Right.
And just at the right moment, he held up his bandana and announced that in his hand, he held what would enable him to buy the whole town and send every one of them into exile. Wow. That's what he was claiming. But as the day wore on, he seemed to become drunker and drunker. He went into Empire Saloon, and he purposely dropped the bandana, which caused everything to spill on the floor. Mm-hmm. The man named Eugene Knapp, he seized this opportunity, and he gathered some of those samples, and he sent them to his Hawthorne office testing. The test results had basically shown that, there's going to be hundreds of dollars per ton. So Knapp wired his brother, who was in Colombia. He was a very wealthy entrepreneur, and his brother told him to buy the La Planta mine for whatever it took to close the deal. Bradley agreed to sell 1/2 interest for $30,000 spot cash with a 24-hour back-out option.
Okay.
So, of course, he got the money, and it just happened that Owen Bradley left town that afternoon, never to return.
Oh, jeez.
He ended up in San Francisco, where he, proceeded to spend the money like crazy. Well, at the same time, the La Planta's new owners slowly realized that maybe they got bamboozled.
Mm-hmm.
They extended the shaft another 30 feet down and actually ended up hitting a chute of rich ore that would eventually pay out slightly more than $4 million based on today's market. Wow. Unaware of this good fortune that had happened, Bradley, the guy who had sold the mine, sold the remaining interest of the mine for $45,000 and just basically continued to live large in San Francisco until he ran out of money in 1894. Mm-hmm. He returned home to Tulum County, and it was said that he and a certain person named Bonanza Johnson hatched another plot to basically replicate what they did at La Planta. But I guess that never panned out. The guy actually died 2 years later in a fatal mining accident.
Oh, wow. That's ironic.
Yeah. So
interesting.
Win there.
Uh-huh. Pretty cool.
And these crazy things were prevalent, during this gold rush era. But actually, crazy things still happen today.
Oh, really?
Albeit, scammers are a little bit more savvy in this day and age, especially with all the technology resources out there that we have available to us.
Right.
This story happened in 2007, again in Tulum County. A rancher was sitting on his front porch when suddenly what he described as a big burly man came speeding up the road, honking his horn and waving frantically. Well, the man gets out of the car, and he tells the rancher that he just bought a gold mine on the rancher's property off of eBay. Then he proceeds to go down by the ravine and basically camps there for a week. This man and his wife showed up with a truckload of mining tools, and they had a deed of their purchase that they did over the internet, and they showed it to the rancher. Mm-hmm. They cut the lock on the rancher's gate and replaced it with their own, but the couple didn't stick around very long because, well, there just wasn't a lot of gold on this property. Turned out that this man and his wife were telling the truth, having paid someone they never met $45,000 from their retirement to buy a gold mine that didn't exist. Wow. Even more sad is that the couple sold their house and all their businesses on the East Coast with that high hopes of striking it rich in the California foothills and basically just living their days mining for gold to pay for whatever they needed. Well, the land in this strange but true story is what was known as a patented claim, under which both surface and mineral rights are part of the title. Such claims are a major non-starter for modern-day squatters. Mm-hmm. However, this particular case actually is still in litigation.
So they bought a patent claim?
Yeah. That they found somebody on eBay. And it's still in litigation, evidently, because it's illegal, but it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well,
they could show that they had this claim, but it wasn't legit as far as how they obtained it. So
I know, but out here, a patented claim is like gold.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can do whatever you want. You own the land. You just don't own the mineral rights. A patented claim means you own the land. You can tell people you cannot walk past this particular point. You can't. You own it. It's everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it happens a lot where I guess the person who sold it to him didn't have... I'm sure there's more to it, but I'm just briefly touching on these stories because there was so much out there of just a bunch of scams, and it was hard to sort through. So what I did was I just picked some of the more interesting ones. And I remember talking about this one a while ago, I think on a fun fact. So I brought it back brought it back to life.
Bring it back, revive.
But like you said, there are a lot of gold claim scams out there, especially if you see an auction about a large acre property and it has a low price. Well, you just want to make sure you're careful.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? You know what's funny, Kathleen, is because me and Ben have got a joke.
Yeah.
And this joke's been like 6 years long. It's kind of funny. If you see a gold claim for $2,000 and it says "Great Camping," guess what? That's not a gold claim.
It's a campsite.
It's a campsite.
Actually, people will steal images online.
Oh yeah.
Of other properties to pass them off, and it's a problem, especially when I guess we had a little gold rush here when the price of gold went up and people were doing some crazy things. And I came across an article on bedrockdreams.com. Mm-hmm. It was a blogger, but it was kind of interesting. He had some funny things to say. But anyway, an unpatented claim turnover is becoming more prevalent. Though allegedly it's legal, this is the most common claim hustle today, and it is spreading. How does it work? Well, they do the legwork and file the appropriate paperwork on an open and unpatented, which is the most common form of a claim. That it's an unpatented placer or load gold claim. Well, after paying the associated permit and filing fees, and maybe spending a grand total of around $250, they immediately put the claim up for sale for anywhere from a few thousand to even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on where you are. And they usually do it either on an auction on eBay, or they list it for sale online, or in mining and prospecting magazines. Mm-hmm. That's going on right now in today's environment. Recreational claim squatting is also a scam of sorts. These claims are not for sale. In fact, the person or persons filing the claim in most instances know little, if anything, about placer or load gold mining. Their main interest is in having a private recreation area for themselves and their friends on weekends or during the summer months.
Sure.
So they file a claim and post it off limits to mining by any of us, and then proceed to spend their time drinking beer, kicking back, and enjoying the great outdoors, which, we like to do that too, but we also like to find gold.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kathleen, come to just what you're saying right now. Mm-hmm. I will tell you one thing. Out here, you know what? People can say that you buy a mining claim, and they think nobody can cross the ground. Mm-hmm. Out here, anybody and everybody, I don't care if it's on your claim or not, they can walk across ground, drive across it. They can drive across your hoses. They can drive wherever they want. It's BLM land. Mm-hmm. And that's really crazy about out here, because you can do whatever you want. But if you're on that particular parcel, okay, you can't pick up no rocks. You can't take no sand. You can't do no prospecting. It's really weird. It's a fine line how you, like what you're saying, because a lot of people think that. They think, oh, just since I got a claim, nobody can come on it. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
Interesting.
Well, there's a number of claim squatters, like the ones I just talked about, I guess in North Yuba River in Northern California, mostly in the Mother Lode region. They've been getting away with this scam for years now because the appropriate authorities, either they're just oblivious, or maybe they're just stretched far too thin to really care or investigate or prosecute. But some of these scams are so obvious. Right. But this next one seems a little bit more...
If somebody like me and Shad, we can get them out of there really quick. We just got to sit on the other side of the wash.
Yeah, well, some of these scams may not be so obvious in today's world. But actually, this one I'm getting ready to tell you about, it's a little far-fetched that someone would actually fall for it, but
Nice.
as I was reading, a lot of people do. This particular one happened in 2011, and this was in Los Alamitos, California. A woman was swindled out of $1,200 after a man sold her a fake gold bar, claiming he needed money to help pay for his son's medical care. A woman shopping with her toddler at a local supermarket was approached by a man who told her he needed to sell 3 gold bars for $12,000 each to help with his son's hospital care. The man told the woman he was lost and was trying to find a dentist in the area who was going to buy one of these 3 bars. Well, a second man appeared, just out of the blue. He was posing as a bystander to this transaction, and he actually offered to take one of the bars to a dental office in the shopping center to confirm it was real gold. Why a dentist office? I have no idea. Well, whatever the case, the second man, when he returned, he said the dentist said the gold was real.
Nice.
And shelled out the $12,000 for it. Well, the second man then offered to pay $700 for the second bar of gold. So the woman is saying, okay, this must be legit if this guy's, wanting to buy the gold.
Right.
So the original guy, haggled with the woman who, like I said, thought it was real. And he sold her the third bar for $1,200. Well, she paid for it in cash and lost. And it was actually in the news. And I thought, wow, I don't know if I would ever fall for somebody coming to me in a shopping supermarket parking lot or whatever with gold bars. But anyway, I guess this scam occurs more often than what I thought it would. And, basically the basic scam of this is scammers will approach their victims anywhere, especially in stores, where they feel that they can spark up a conversation easily. They will say, like this guy did, a family member is in the hospital and needs urgent surgery, and they just don't have enough cash, and that's why they're selling their gold as a last resort. They're very convincing, I guess, in their stories, and then the victim starts to get interested, and they start believing that, hey, maybe I'll get a deal.
Sure.
The scammer will offer the gold bar for a very good price, and this bar actually looks authentic. But if you're not trained to look at it, I guess you would figure it out. Anyway, the price that they usually start is around $8,000.
Right.
Well, people will start negotiating, and typically 20 minutes or so, they agree on a price, and it ends up being half of what the first ask was. So these victims think that they're really, doing their due diligence, and they are getting
a deal, great deal,
the deal of the century.
Deal of a lifetime. Yep.
Well, unfortunately, the gold bar is typically a polished hunk of metal that just looks like gold.
Wow. That's just amazing.
So to avoid such scams, obviously,
don't buy gold bars from people in stores.
That's the first tip.
Well, I mean, you can always look at it this way. In claims, you know what? If you say, "Hey, I want to go test the claim. I want to find out and they're going, no, don't buy it. If they go, yeah, okay.
Jewelry store.
No. When you go, I want to test the claim again, and they go, yeah, I'm going to go. And they say, dig right there. Okay, don't do that. If somebody's trying to sell you something that says dig right there, that could be a loaded claim.
True.
Yeah.
Be smart about where the gold is. Come on, now everybody's been taught this. You know where the gold's at.
And don't buy claims on eBay.
Right.
And actually, there's no such thing as getting gold for an amazing bargain. Gold is worth what gold is in the market price.
Yeah.
And it should only be bought from accredited dealers and not from somebody in the supermarket parking lot.
No, I mean, come on.
I'm kind of with Shad. Don't buy it off of eBay. If you do, what? You got a great camping spot. Cool.
There's some crazy things on eBay.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
the scam I just told you, it just seems rather basic, right? But there are scams out there that are more intricate. Today, mining scams get you with investments. They involve investing. What they use the promise of big returns and deception to lure people in. No industry is immune to investment scams. including mining. There's a long and sordid history of mining investment scams out there. Similar to cons in other industries, mining investment scams have been able to flourish for so long because they appeal to that desire to just get rich quick.
Right.
In exchange for this promise, people will just embrace situations that are obviously too good to be true without doing their due diligence, because they get that fever and they get motivated. Either they're motivated by greed or just the impatience to be living the dream, right?
Right.
But
so you're meaning I'm not gonna get rich off 2 days?
What's that?
I'm not gonna get rich out of 2 days.
Nope. Gotta work for it. Well, but in all fairness, not all mining investment scams are easy to detect. Some can be very complex, and they can fool even the most experienced investor. Con artists usually begin their mining investment scams by forming a company, raising some capital through stock markets, then situating the company through acquiring claims close to the areas that had previously had legitimate mining successes, like in California, Nevada, or South Africa. Once the mining claims or rights have been acquired, press releases are sent announcing the recent purchases, and they would link them to genuine mining operations in nearby locations. Exploration permits and drilling programs will follow, and the final piece involves more press releases, basically saying about, oh, look at these fantastic results that we achieved through drilling and doing drilling surface samples. And what they would do is they'll doctor up the scientific information that goes with it. And this, I do believe, happened in that Bre-X mining scam from that movie Gold in the 90s.
Right.
It was just a whole, I think it was like 2 or 3 folks that were involved in this scam. And
was that in Africa or no?
No, this was Asia. Yeah,
I think it was
Asia. Okay.
But that's an interesting movie. I won't go into the movie. I'll let you watch it. We did watch it, and it was just like, really? I had no idea that was what the ending was going to be, but it was very interesting, so I would recommend watching it.
Okay.
Anyway, investors, just beware. In today's era of the internet, we've got just a ton of stuff that these tools are exploited to promote these mining schemes. So you should never really solely rely on information on any kind of press release. Always confirm mining claims using a third party from a respected source. Online traps are becoming more prevalent, unfortunately. Another recent scam occurs when fraudsters will pretend to be gold investment experts. They will lure people into their traps by posting pictures and information showing all of their success on forums and social networks to entice victims. They may use fictitious pictures of beautiful women as their profile photos, and they will start making friends with various social media gold groups. We've even come across some of those who want to join our official Prospectors Facebook page.
Well, I'm just telling you, as a rule of thumb out here, anybody that ever wants to do a claim, do the paperwork. Don't listen to the stories. Do the paperwork.
That's right. I mean, it's not going to... You've got to put some work into it, It's not going to be that easy.
Right.
It just doesn't fall in your lap like that.
Right.
Anyway, beware out there. There are people who, try to get into these groups by posing as sexy women. They will trick their targets into invest in gold. Fraudsters may pretend to be hosting, a competition or something, or they'll use attractive prizes, and so they'll offer you just substantial money rewards just to get your attention. And after they've successfully done this to some victims, they will basically make every attempt to ask the victims to sign third-party authorizations to control and manipulate their investment accounts. For example, claiming to be able to gain high returns with a very short time. They may ask you for your username and your password, or you're going to miss out on this great, wonderful gold investment opportunity. So retirees, they're targets for this type of scam, and it's very unfortunate.
Yes, it is. So beware.
Yeah, I mean it's really sad, and it's kind of scary sometimes when you think about all the stuff out there, and I see it a lot on social media, and people who reach out to you to try to be friends. Right? You gotta really do research on some of these folks, because they, as soon as you accept them, or they just start in on it. They find their next victim, and I think we have some savvy with members on our official prospecting page, because once in a while one of them will slip through where they may, because we try to look to see how long they've been on social media, what other gold groups are they on, do they know anybody,
right?
Take a look at their profile if you can, to see when they got on Facebook, if it was like 2 months ago, and I'm just kind of leery about it. So, but one of them did slip through, and I forget when. It happens. As I recall, some of the folks in our official page, I mean, they knew it was a scam, so they were just kind of messing with them on the.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of funny.
That's cool.
We ended up removing it.
Nice. Got to.
But yeah, so I'm very proud that we have some savvy listeners out there.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Another scam that comes to mind and would be in the form of fake gold. That goes on a lot. A recent one are scamming. They target Chinese Americans. But even though, I'm going to tell you about this scam, but even though they are targeting, in this story, Chinese Americans, similar techniques can be used, basically, to target and rip off other groups of people. The scam has most recently been reported in Maryland. According to CBS Baltimore, one victim lost $20,000 to gold scammers targeting people of Chinese descent. They call this affinity fraud. The scam relies on building trust with these victims based upon their shared affiliations and characteristics, such as age, race, religion, occupation. Right. The specific scam in Maryland, though, it started with a phone call. The phone number appeared to be a Chinese number on the caller ID. The scammer established a rapport with the victim, then arranged an in-person meeting. Once they met, the scammers showed the victim some fake gold, claiming they found it while doing construction work. They claim they are undocumented, and they want to sell the gold and use the money to either return to China or help a family that's still in that country.
Right.
The scammers hook their victims through a very convincing story, because they start sharing their cultural understanding, and by saying that they will take less than money, that the gold is worth, so these victims will believe them. Now, if a victim requests a sample for testing, like, I'm going to do my due diligence, I don't know about this, the scammer will often give them a small amount of real gold. So when they take it for testing, it shows as real gold.
Right.
But the scam plays out, and the victim ends up with worthless fake gold, and of course, the scammer will make off with a big chunk of cash. Like I said earlier, the same technique can be directed for really any ethnic community or other groups of people who share common bonds. For instance, overseas scammers often target Americans through international online dating sites.
Ah, jeez.
I know.
So you're telling me that just spray painting rocks is not going to work anymore, right?
No, I mean they're getting very devious.
They're just getting more and more clever, right?
Oh, they are. I mean, what these guys do is they'll establish a long distance relationship. They'll gain your trust. They'll eventually ask for help getting gold out of their home countries.
Oh,
they will often say that the metal is part of a dowry or an inheritance. The gold basically ends up being fake or just not?
You know what? I had one of those guys. He just couldn't sell gold in America, and I found out why.
Yeah.
Because they don't do that.
So yeah, they'll spend a lot of time in some of these scams, and they basically will string victims along for months before actually asking for the money. So that's pretty sad. But whether it's fictitious mining equipment claims, salted claims, too good to be true gold investments, or fake gold claims, buyer, investor, and miner beware. The old mantra, right. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Just do your homework and just be careful out there, guys.
Yeah,
and gals.
And gals.
I agree.
Guys
I agree.
And gals. Yeah. Very, very nice, Kathleen.
And that was my closer look.
Oh, well, that was awesome. I like that.
There was a lot out there. Geez, I couldn't believe it. It did take me all day to sort through that. And, you know...
No, I you know what? I believe, like, out here where I'm at right now, that closer look is, like, really deep at home. Because people, you know, from Canada and stuff, they look, like, for things like that. People just go out and pan something.
Right.
You can find a little bit of gold, but it ain't worth $25,000 or nothing crazy.
Right.
You know, people get crazy with stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it makes people do crazy things. And,
yes, it does.
you know, being out east here, we don't really see a lot of that going on. But, you know, I can see that, you know, especially where you live, Scott, in Arizona, people make a living out of mining. That's what they do.
Sure. But you're also right about the scammers too. There's a lot of them out here.
Well, I think the most prevalent one, if you think about it, though, is going to be pay dirt.
Yeah.
How many are out there, even legitimate sites, but yet compared to the return that you get, it's like so minuscule. I mean, and then you have other people post, hey, buy this dirt from me, you know, I got a bunch for sale, and it's like, you're taking a chance unless you trust the person.
Well, you know what, the thing about the pay dirt, and you know what, feedback, who cares about feedback? Who cares? You know what, you can either pan or you suck at it and you missed half of it. But this is the thing. When you put pay dirts out there, you are either doing one thing, it's called unsearched pay dirts, which you get what you get, or you get what we call garage mining pay dirts, which is there's a little bit of something put into it, plus unsearched stuff that we don't know. So you get that two kind of, and then you got those other guys. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to sell you some dirt. They send you a bunch of black sand.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
the gold's really super fine.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I think that's
it's like selling claims
in prospector space. People can talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what's good, to have a forum about it.
Yeah. Well, God.
I like the pictures. The pictures say 1,000 words.
Yeah, they do. Yes, it's true. True. Well, let's take a quick break, guys, all right? And then we'll be right back, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com, the best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorsSpace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorsSpace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorsSpace.com. GoldProspectorsSpace.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. And real quick before I forget, don't forget to tune in Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock to our good friends Ed, Jess, and Dano over there on their Tuesday night hangouts on their YouTube channel. Be sure to check that out every Tuesday night as well. Don't forget, we'll be here Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Swiftwater will be here, I'm sure. And then you always catch us every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time as well. Now, we're going to give away that Crony Club giveaway tonight, guys. That gram of gold from our good friend Razor out there in Alaska that he donated. So we're going to give that away. I drew the name earlier today. So, you know. Chicka Crony Club. Yeah, hell yeah. The winner of this month's Crony Club giveaway is Ed Buhain. Buhain. Is that pronounced right? Buhain, I think.
Yep. That's it.
Congratulations, Ed. I'll send you an email and get you that information. And I think we'll do that gram of gold again this month. You know, that's pretty cool. And you can have it in dirt or just in a bag. It's up to you. You pick. We'll ship it.
And that's for the
Crony Club
patrons?
No, Crony Club. Crony Club. Caroni.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The tattoo I did not want to get.
That's right. See? And you still
I like
didn't
my
get
tattoo.
it. I do too. I love my Crony Club tattoo.
Oh, mine too, yeah.
I always get, it's a big conversation piece.
Yeah,
you know what's funny? I told Lisa, I said, you know what? Because I know like some really good tattoo artists that are good friends. And I'm like, I wonder if they could do it in magic marker and I could take a picture and I'd be automatically in the Cronies Club.
Just do it. Just get a real tattoo.
Don't be.
It's like
afraid of needles.
You're the only one in the crew that don't have one.
You don't have a tattoo?
Of the Crony Club tattue, for sure, I know, but...
He's a little girl. He's afraid of needles.
Come on, Swiftwater.
Maybe he needs somebody to come hold his hand.
We all have it. The whole crew has it. Every one of us has it.
They just don't have high chairs for him to sit in.
That's what it is.
Oh, I know. They probably call it like, you're not old enough.
Oh, that was good. Okay, Dennis, that was good. That was good. Okay, I'll accept that one. That was funny.
But
the
whole crew has them, Scott.
High chair memes on Scott's
yeah. High chair memes.
And that's how it's done.
That's that simple.
Boom.
Yep, but Scott, you're the only one in the crew that don't have it. I mean, come on. You're a crony for life,
over a
man.
year now.
It's a crony for life. It's a lifetime thing, right? When you're in there, there's no getting out.
You're right. You're
can't.
hearing what you're saying, right? It's a lifetime thing.
That's right. It's a lifetime thing. You should be proud to be a crony like we are. See, we all got it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be proud to be a crony. I'm just saying, it's a lifetime thing. You're getting something put in your skin.
When I'm 80, I'm going to tell my grandkids.
Exactly.
This was a really fun time in your grandma's life.
That's right. See, that's the way you got to think
about it.
And
I'll always have this to remember.
That's right. That's right. Every time I look at my arm, I remember things that we've done.
Yeah, your grandkids are going to say, what's GG mean?
GG. It'll be...
You caught it, Shad.
Yeah,
when that thing sagged.
My skin's gonna be
Don't matter. It's all good, Scott. It's all good, Scott.
We love you guys. I'm just joking with you.
See, Scott, everybody's saying get it. Just be done with it. Get it.
Gotta get it.
You have to. You have to.
Dennis. I heard Dennis. Yeah, get it. If I get it, I'm going to come visit Dennis, and I'm going to the gravel pit, and we'll show him how to real mine. Then I'll get it. Maybe.
All right.
Well, you got to pass the height requirement to enter that mine.
Yeah, that's true. There is one of those height sticks there. I've seen it. So, yeah. It must be 4 foot to enter to ride this ride.
Well, Tim, I can drive a vehicle.
Okay.
I can drive a dredge.
We know that. We understand. But you can't if you don't get the dang Crony Club tattoo.
You know what would be really cool though is because I could actually use, Shad's wetsuit for like a weight belt. I'm just saying.
Or you could put it on and hop on a horse. You look like a headless horseman.
I know, but Dennis, I'd never see the sun.
I'm staying out of this.
I know. Me too, Kathleen.
I'm too sensitive.
What are you talking about? You're the same size I am.
No, I'm not saying anything because I have my flaws and I don't want people to remind me.
Right, we all do. You're right, we all do.
So you're calling Swiftwater's height
I didn't mean it that way.
That's hard.
Sorry, Scott. I didn't mean it that way.
Hey, you ever seen Bruce Lee? He was very tiny with a powerful punch.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. But he also was Oriental, and you're not.
Asian, not Oriental.
Oriental is a rug.
Asian.
What are you talking about? I did that. Okay, never mind. That joke's not going to work.
Scott, just get the tattoo.
I forgot what it was called.
Scott, get the tattoo. You have
I'm going to reel you guys back in.
Reel us back in, Kathleen. All right, so we gave away our
I know. All right.
Club dirt.
I don't know about the tattoo.
You got to think
see.
about it,
We'll
Scott.
see.
I mean, come on. You're in for life. You're one of us. It's like,
Yeah.
It's a lifetime commitment, and we're all in it. You got to be in it too. It's not a big
Scott,
deal.
do you have any tattoos?
You ain't allowed to step foot in the pit if you don't have that tattoo. I'll put it to you that way.
See, there you go. There you go.
It's like your secret,
Yeah,
decoder thing to get into the
right.
Forbidden
Right.
City.
Oh, you get into a lot of places with that, Scott. You just show that, and the doors will open for you. The velvet
And don't worry,
ropes.
if you're afraid of showing off a tattoo, maybe you're one of those people, you could get it in a discreet place.
Yes, you could. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to do it.
Well,
Scott.
don't put it anywhere on your up above your waist because you're always walking around without a shirt on.
Right. You can put it on your leg. Or...
You know what? It's because I'm that kind of guy. I just can't help it.
Well, see, so if you was sporting a Crony Club tattoo, you would just really be it. You have to give you a good video to talk
catnip.
about. Yeah.
I would have somebody freaking paint that on my forehead with a magic marker.
You could do that.
And I'm going to take a video of it.
What, that you're catnip?
Yeah.
Nope. So we're
on.
talking about the Cronies Club,
Well,
the CC.
We want you to do it.
You know I'm not going to do that. Are you crazy?
You got to get the tattoo. Get the
See,
tattoo.
everyone's saying, Scott, you need to get one and put it in the small of your back.
Right, your tramp stamp.
Yeah.
And get on your motorcycle.
Oh,
Yeah,
heck
get on your
yeah.
motorcycle.
Get your
Yeah, I'm
motor
sitting here.
running.
I'm sitting here. I'm looking at the ones that the people's writing. I'm laughing. I'm like, people.
I'm telling you, Scott, you should
it's
do
for
it.
life.
You should do it. You're right. It's for life, right? I mean, that's it. We're all getting older, so you ain't got too much longer to wear it. So just do it. It's all good.
You're not shit about that. We ain't getting no
Right?
younger.
So let's do it. You got to do it, man. It's like, hey, this is part of the elite right here.
And ladies
Yeah, but
and
if I
gentlemen,
got-
this is how peer pressure happens.
This
what's
is
really
peer
going to be
pressure.
what's really going to be weird is because if I get a tattoo now,
Uh-huh.
it's going to make the rest of the ink that I got on my body look like blue.
It don't matter. It's a nice, fresh, crisp.
No.
You get it in black, and it won't.
Get it
It'll
in
be
blue.
fine. Yeah, or get it in blue.
Kathleen, get it blue.
And then I'll match the others.
Just do it, Scott.
Yeah, I don't think they have indie ink in blue anymore.
Scott, you just got to do it. You just got to do it, Scott. We'd be so proud.
Oh my
We'd
gosh!
quit
you guys,
picking on you if you
you're
did.
killing me.
I know we're killing you. It's peer pressure, like Shad said. But we got to do it because you're one of us. That shows
yeah.
your loyalty to the crew.
Patrick O says no tramp stamp.
Just do it, Scott.
Yeah, I don't think you had to worry about that part.
You got to do it, Scott. You have to, man. You have to. You just have to.
All right, we'll see what we can do.
Kick it around. I mean, you have to. We'd be so proud of you. We would.
If I do it,
Uh-huh.
I'll do it live. On
Oh, that'd be sweet, see?
Prospector Space.
Oh, yeah, like me and Tim did.
That would be sweet. Yeah, do it, man. That's what we did. So do it. And that would, if it show everybody you are loyal to the crew and to the show. See? I mean, come on. David and Mita Bogan were the first two to get it, I think. Wasn't they, Shad?
Yeah, they
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. I mean,
You're killing me, Smalls.
that's
You're killing me.
loyalty right there. And see, they
Cronies for life.
Cronies for life. That's it, man.
Hey, I'm just glad to be on Sunday night, man. I'm glad to be here with you guys and
get that tattoo, man.
Have a good time.
Hey, get that tattoo. You might be here more Sundays. Man, you could be a permanent
you could
fixture.
Put it in a discreet place, Scott. If you're embarrassed,
like your thigh.
Yeah, or your foot or something. We don't care. Just as long as you have
like my.
Anywhere.
You should like my thigh. Where is this guy coming from?
Put it on your ankle,
Yeah, on your ankle.
I was gonna say, I'm with Dennis. I said discreet. I'm like thinking ankle, and this guy comes out like your thigh.
Put it on your ankle. Just go with your ankle, and you can cover it up with your little socks.
It's not gonna be a full portrait.
No,
there, Shad.
You could do your whole entire back.
Oh, big, huge CC.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
It would be sweet, wouldn't it?
I could design some flames or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
Sweet.
That would be sweet, man.
I love it. Listen, Jim, that would be
sweet. Man, Scott, you would be like my hero. That'd be the coolest thing ever. Man,
I know, $800 to $1,000 later and a lot of ink in my back. Right. Yeah, that would be sweet.
It would be sweet, though, wouldn't it? Big crony club with flames around it and stuff. It would be cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, big dredge coming out of the middle and stuff. That'd just be sweet.
Gold pan on one side,
dredge
cool. On the other.
Oh, yeah, for that kind of ink, it'd have to be super nice.
You guys are jumping.
Too cool.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, do
Dry
we have anything else, gang?
No, I say tune in Wednesday.
All right, tune in Wednesday night. I agree with you, Shad. I'm going to call the hat people tomorrow and find out what the process is on the hats.
Tim, don't forget, Wednesday I'm going to do a segment on equipment, starting out what you should be doing, what you should not be doing, and holy cow, you shouldn't even have been there in the first place. That's what we're going to do.
All right, cool. Well, Swiftwater's got a segment Wednesday. Be sure to tune in for that Wednesday night at 9 o'clock on West Coast Wednesdays right here on Prospector Radio. And like I said, I'll check on the progress of those hats tomorrow. I'll give them a call, see how much longer. I know everybody's ready. I'm ready. I want to get them to you guys. So on that note, I guess we're out of here. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm sick. Have a great week, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, gold diggers.
Welcome to the Prospector. Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
Nice.
Nothing like the